Hello everyone, welcome back to Divine Angelicchosenone channel. This is Gracie, Spiritual Earth Angel 623, and Sarai Natural Beauty skincare products and aromatherapy candles. I want to come to you on June the 9th of 2024. Had a couple of downloads that I want to talk about. The dreams, that God has given me. And the first one is that I seen, this is actually in true real time what I saw on yesterday. I saw this man that I kept seeing this Tesla. It's two Teslans that I would see in a group that keeps following, and stalking my vehicle. And I finally saw this man that drives one of the Teslans. He has a license plate YLK or either L or YLW from Georgia. And it has like a green leaf on his Tesla. It could be like a light color gray Tesla or a dark black and gray or charcoal type Tesla. And he was really short. He was like, either he could be in the race of India or Arabic, between those two type culture or race. He was short. He has haircut kind of, normal style with, guys, will wear that hair and stuff like that. So he had like a mustache. He didn't have no facial hair, just like a little small little mustache he had, and sunglasses on. But he was really short. And he was at a truck stop. Where I was at, he was at a truck stop, and he ended up going inside and buying his little wine coolers, which is kind of funny to me. That, so, and I noticed that he was talking to some black guys, two black guys in a black car he was talking to. Also on yesterday, he was talking to him. And then he ended up coming inside the store and then want to buy his little wine coolers or whatever. And then the other two black guys end up coming in the store, talking to, the cashiers, also. Then there was another, then I seen that it was another man. Then was an older man. Then I could see like was a man dressed like in, military type uniform maybe, or was some type, but you can tell that he was from, military. Then there was a pastor also came into the store that normally be there, came into the store also. So it was a lot of men that came into that store yesterday while I was there, that I picked up on. Some of them I picked up on because they were actually, I have seen them, doing my traveling, for my job and stuff like that. I have seen them in vehicles, following me and stalking me. So some of them I already know, seeing their face and stuff like that, which didn't bother me because, like I said, nobody's going to say nothing out of the way to me anyway. They just do the stalking and following, so that doesn't bother me anymore, or care about that. And so then, and like I said, I turned around and looked at him and kept looking up in his face, and he wouldn't say one word. He just kept looking straight, and then was, on his phone, texting on his phone. See, that's what I'm talking about. You know, you got people that want to do F up shit to people, you know, and hide their hands like they're not doing anything, and scared to approach the person. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that's why I say they are cowards, because they are scared to approach a person. If you got it all or anything against somebody, then why don't you approach them? And see, and that's what I'm talking about. These men are afraid to approach me, to say anything to me. So that's why I don't care. You know, you can stalk and follow, you know, they stalk and follow me until they blue in their face, or till they all, but God end up taking them home. You know, because it's uncalled for. It really is uncalled for. Confirmation. Right there. So that's a confirmation. You know, to see grown, immature people, that you got kids and you got great grandchildren and everything, and you still doing some craziness, acting childish and very immature adults is what I call it. And it really is very immature adults, you know, that can't handle their business on their own. They got to get a group of people to try to handle their business. And see, when you have to get a group of people to handle your business, then you automatically is a coward. You are a coward. You're not a leader. You're a groupie. You're a follower. When you can't come in and handle your business on your own, that you got to get a lot of group of people to do so. See, if I have a problem with somebody, I'm going to go handle my business. I'm not going to get a group of people to come behind me to do my dirty work. I'm going to take it in my hands and do it myself. That's the type of woman that I am. I stand on my business. I stand on my word. There's a red Corvette also that were stalking and following me also. And what the dumbest thing that he or she did was to get in front of the truck. My commercial vehicle. Get in front. And where I could see her license plate or his license plate very good. And I know that there's one of them too, because he or she don't stalk me before in the red Corvette from Missouri. So I knew about that also. And you better believe I'm doing something about it, because I warn you people. And so then after that, then I see another Tesla that a woman is driving, kind of dark skinned maybe type woman, maybe a brown skin, and she has twists in her hair, and she wears dark shades too. She drives a Tesla also, and I have seen her in the midst of the group also, and I have seen her in the midst of the group when around in my state also. So you see, these people, when you stalk and follow someone every day, all day long, you get to know the vehicles, you get to know the people inside of it. You see, and when I say get to know, that means I see your faces. I can put your face to your vehicle to the time that you were stalking and following me. See, what they don't understand, you know, I see your faces all the time. So when you see people's faces all the time that is stalking and following you in different states or whatever, you're not going to forget the cars. You're not going to forget the license plates. You're not going to forget anything. You can take your license plates off your vehicle all you want to. It still is recognizable. Because you know why? Because I know you by your face. And all I have to do is put your face to the vehicle. So you're not getting away with anything by doing it. You think you're smart by doing it. You're not smart at all. The only thing you're doing is you're going to get stopped by the police. You know, for not having the proper license plates or tags on your car is what's going to happen to you. And that will be your judgment and your karma. So I leave that up to the authorities. And when I see you on side the road speeding and you don't got stopped by the police, I know then that's your judgment and your karma coming to you. When I see you on side the road broke down, I know that's your judgment and your karma coming to you. So it's a lot of things. So I'm not going to dwell on it, but like I said, I just wanted to let you know that I know what's going on, and that I have came across a couple of people that was in the group stalking and following, and don't say one word. How coincident that you don't say nothing, but you want to stalk and follow me in a commercial vehicle, but you can't say nothing when you see me in stores or whatever. That's a coward. That's a coward leader. And I'm always going to say it. You are a coward leader. You're not even a leader. You are groupie. You are follower is what you are. Because a leader like me, like I said, I handle my business. I don't need other people to join. I don't need to bribe nobody. I don't need to pay nobody to do anything for me, because I'm going to handle it myself. And yes, you can go ahead and mess with my throat chakra all you want to. I'm still going to talk. I'm still going to talk and get it out. You know, you hide behind witchcraft and black magic and different things like that. Who does that in this is the 20th centuries? Who does that now? You know, back in the day, you know, like in the 60s and the early 1900s, you know, was doing all that crazy stuff back then. But we're in 2024. None of the stuff that you're doing, it does not work. You're wasting your money and your time, especially when God has his hands on somebody's life. You cannot take away somebody's life when God has his hands on it. And God is heavily protecting, because he has called this person as his servant, his chosen one, to do a purpose. This person has a purpose, prophecy over her life, and that's me. And anytime that I have a prophecy over my life, I have to fulfill it. And there's nothing you can do to take me out of the game early. Only God can do that. Only God can do it. When God says it's time for me to come home to him, then it's time for me to come home to him. But until then, he's not going to allow none of this happen. That's why everything is backfiring in your faces. Because of that. You can't take away my spiritual gift. You can't take away my psychic abilities or anything. Because it was already instilled in my DNA when I was a child in my mother's womb. So nothing that you can do, my abilities, is not going to go away. You can't delay anything either. All of this is God, unless God allows the delay. You cannot delay anything through magic, spells, or chant, or anything else. You can't delay it. It doesn't work. The only thing it's doing is backfiring, and it come right back to you. All this glamour spells, all this stuff is coming back to you. Because how can you sit there and fight with someone when that person don't even know that you are fighting with them? Haven't seen your face, don't really know who you are, generally. So what is the purpose with the females doing crazy stuff? Out of envy and jealousy? Which is kind of crazy. And I wasn't going to get into this topic, but I guess maybe God is having me to address it again. This topic. Because normally I don't talk about that, and I have a whole lot of downloads and, what he gave me in my dreams and stuff like that I need to talk about. And then I saw this female. I was getting diesel, and it was a dark-skinned female, and she had a little son or whatever with her. And so she was walking, past the truck or whatever, and then she go sit there and look up in my face. And so I just smiled back at her because, that's, you look in my face, so I just smiled back, and that was the end of it. And so she gave me like a halfway smile or whatever, and then she was talking to the little boy or whatever. And then after that, we had, me and my husband had stopped filling up, diesel or whatever, and then we was going into the truck stop to get something, to get some food or whatever. And so she don't slow down, and, with her walking. And so as she slowed down with her walking, then her son ended up walking like around. He was like walking towards the sidewalk of the store, and then she walked too. So then next thing you know, we end up passing by her and her son. So she ended up hurry up and speed walk. I saw her when she was speed walking, told her son to hurry up, and it was speed walking, so that way she can get behind us, so that way my husband could hold the door for her, and so she can look up in his face. And I saw that, I saw all of that, so I didn't say anything. I just kept on, walking, because like I said, you got a lot of desperate women out there, and they do desperate things. And so then after that, I went to the bathroom or whatever, and then I came and get something to eat, and she was there also. And so when she saw that we was at the kiosk getting something to eat, she gonna get up. Now here her son was at the table, on his little tablet or whatever he was on. And so she left him at the table. She got up and walked around and was looking at what we was doing on the kiosk to order food. So I'm watching her the whole time. So then after that, she's gonna sit there and pretend like she's on her phone, So then she got closer to me and was looking at my bag. I have like a Steele's pocketbook that's by Dutney and Burke pocketbook that I had for years. I got it one time for Christmas, for a Christmas present, and a birthday present all together. My birthday is not in December, but I end up getting it. So, anyway, excuse me, y'all. So then after that, then she's going to, it's like she kept trying to get attention. It's what I'm going to put it. She kept getting attention, and she didn't like it when she couldn't get that attention that she wanted. And, every time I look, and then she gonna, once we finished, we was waiting. So then she gonna catch, get a table that was right there where we were standing at, and then she was all up on her phone and, and different things, wasn't paying attention to her son or anything else like that, because she wanted attention from a man. And so I noticed all that, and I could see that she was getting frustrated because she was not getting the attention that she wanted. And And so, of course, you know, when a man is with a woman, he's going to ignore her. If he does know her or not, he's going to ignore her and pretend like he doesn't see her. That's how, that's how it goes most of the time. And but anyway, so then once they had called our number for our food, and so that's when she got up, because we had, we was walking to get our food, and that's when she hurried up and got up. And then she just stood in the walk, in the middle of the floor where we was going to be passing through. She just stood there and kept looking, looking towards us and also at the counter at the same time. So once she saw the expression on my face, because then, my looks tells how I'm thinking about that person or what I'm about to do. So I had this strange look on my face, like, why is this bee is standing in the middle of the floor, blocking, where we need to go? And so when she saw the expression on my face, she hurried up and moved to the side. And then that's when we walked on out the store or whatever. And but that's what I'm talking about, when you have, women that does crazy stuff, desperately just to get attention, and it's sad. It's really sad that you have to lower your standards and lower the quality of being a woman just to try to get men attention. It's really sad in 2024, and especially when the man is married and you still want to try to get a married man attention. And so it lets me know that you can get a man, or either men already know what you all about. So then you want to mess with married men. A man is already taken, when there's plenty of single men out there that you could actually be with. And I'm not saying that all women want, a married man or whatever, but majority of them does. And I'm not going to get more deep into the situation because, God has gave me revelation on that too. But I'll talk about that a little bit later on in another topic. But I need to move on. But I'm just bringing out, what I'm seeing. When you come around me and my energy, it wants attention, want to be noticed, then you're going to get talked about. You're going to be exposed. I'm going to expose you. Because I'm on my own lane. I mind my own business. But these people wants to come towards me. So therefore, when you want to come towards me and try to cause drama or create some type of drama, be prepared. Because you met your match. Be prepared. Because I'm not going to back down. I'm not a type of woman that I back down from anything. Never have and never will. And you can, like I said, you can continue to keep messing with my throat chakra all you want to. It doesn't work. I'm still going to get it out. I'm still going to speak it. So let's move on. So then my next dream that I had was, it was this man. He's married, and I think him and his wife were having either intercourse maybe, or I'm not sure. But something happened that they got into an argument, and he threw her off the bed, and somehow or another she hit her head either on the glass table like a, like a end table for like for you in your bedroom. Either it was like a end table, but it was like a glass that she hit her head, and when she hit her head, and then she ended up hitting her head also to the wall. So when the man realized what he has done, and she was not moving, this woman was not moving, and because she died instantly on the impact. And so when that happened, he realized that she wasn't getting up. And when he picked her up, all this blood was coming from her head. So then this man was panicking, didn't know what to do. This man has 3 daughters. 2 of them is in high school, and then has an older daughter. And so when the older daughter came into the room, because she heard all the, noise or wreckage or whatever, so she came into the room to see what was going on with her parents. And when she saw it, she saw that her mother was laying lifeless and blood was coming from her head. So she was asking her dad what he did or whatever. He was in shock that he couldn't tell her what he, he was speechless and he couldn't say anything. So as he couldn't say anything, and next thing you know, he ended up, he didn't know what to do. So then the other 2 youngest sisters came in, also saw the situation or whatever. And so I'm not sure if the authorities were called, in the dream or not. But I know that this man, all of a sudden, he was nervous. I don't know what he did with the body of his wife or whatever in the dream. God didn't show me that. But he was nervous. Only thing I know that her lifeless body was not in the house anymore. That's all I know. And he was worried that the authorities was going to come after him, and pick him up for killing his wife. And confirmation. And next thing you know, the daughters, so then the oldest daughter ended up moving out the house because of for her safety. So she ended up moving with one of her mom's sisters, older sister or whatever, because she did not want to be in the house no more with her murderous dad or father. And the other 2 youngest ones are more like their father. They're wicked and they're evil. They do a lot of witchcraft and magic and different things. And so the 2 evil little sisters were sitting there doing witchcraft on the older sister to make her not to go and tell the truth of what happened in the house. And then they was trying to do things to get their dad out of legal troubles also. And these are high school little kids. They're in high school. Because I could see where they were going to meet going to the driveway of the house to meet, to get on the bus and stuff like that. So that's why I know they're high school kids. And the dad was has like this antique car that he was selling, that he wanted to get rid of. And then it was like a truck, and there was another car that the oldest daughter wanted one of the cars, but he wouldn't give it to her. And it's like he was in the house worried, because he was worried that the older daughter was going to go and say something, going to speak the truth and tell the truth and different things of what happened in the house. And so he was really on the edge and worried in the dream. And and as that was happening, like I said, the 2 evil little sisters were, because they had a more personality like their dad. And they would, how can I put it? When I saw them, they wasn't all the same color. One looked like she had like a Chinese type background, you know, like a mixed color race in her. And then I seen one was like either she looked like she could be light, very light skin, or Caucasian types, you know, color also. And then the oldest daughter, she was like dark. She was dark, you know, well, not too dark, but like dark brown skin. So all of these 3 girls were different colors, but they had the same daddy. To me in a dream too, what God showed me, they had the same mother too, but I don't think really that they were all by the same mother, but they just live in the same household, you know, as the deceased mother. And so, and like I said, it just kept getting, you know, worse and worse in the dream, where the dad was living on, you know, was really worried, having anxieties. He couldn't sleep, you know, because of what he has done to killed his wife, you know, over an accident, and threw her to the wall. She hit her head on this glass table, or whatever it was that she hit her head on. And he didn't want to go to jail for it. And he knew that the authorities was coming, because in the dream he kept saying to like some of his friends or brothers or whoever it was that, you know, he knew that they was on his way, that the authorities was on their way to get him, you know, to lock him up or whatever, and that he was afraid to go to jail. You know, if you do the crime and you're afraid to go to jail, then you should not be doing any type of crimes against anybody. You know, if you think you're going to get away with something, you're not. You know, God sees everything, you know, and eventually you will get caught in your own little traps that you set for someone else. You get caught, you end up getting caught, you know, and people are going to start talking about things, you know, and next thing you know, the truth comes out. And that's how a lot of times you get caught, by people running their mouth and the truth comes out. You know, people have leaky mouth, loose mouth. And sometimes you think that you trust people, and those are the very same ones that goes back and tell things. You know, your deep, dark secrets and different things like that. So then, and like I said, that was like an ongoing, you know, thing. And he ended up getting caught by the authorities, and stuff like that. So, with that situation. Then the next dream that I had was, this young boy, was killed, and he was coming to me in his, you know, in my dreams to tell me who was his killer, who killed him, and how he got killed. And he even described, you know, to me the shooter that killed him. You know, and I'm not sure if this is an ongoing investigation or not, but this young boy, you know, in his early 20s, you know, came to me in a dream, I guess for my help or whatever, or to show me, you know, or to tell me who killed him. So, excuse me, y'all, again. So anyway, so that was another download, short download with that. I'm not going to get more into details with that because I'm not sure if this is an ongoing investigation or not. So I'm just going to leave that one. But I know that he did describe that this guy was really tall, haircut low, kind of between dark skin and brown skin, like cinnamon type, maybe color or whatever, was his shooter. That he was at a house, you know, he was at a house, and that's how he ended up getting killed. So I'm just gonna leave that there. Also, too, it was a lot of downloads, you know, and prophecy and prophetic dreams that God was giving me. Then I saw one that he gave me was 2 gay men was taking a shower in a home, and one of the men's wife came in and walked in and saw her husband taking a shower with another man. And then that's when all hell broke loose in that house. And that's all God showed me with that one. I think that was mostly about it. Most of the prophecy of dreams. I know it was some more that I had, but I know that was part of that one there. You know, some of my prophetic dreams God does not allow me to talk about, and then some that He will allow me to talk about in a later date. And I know that some of these ones that I had, it has been, you know, I have dreamed of it about probably a month ago, sometimes 2-3 weeks ago, and then He just having me to talk about it. You know, begin to talk about, you know, the downloads and my dreams and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't have anything else when it comes to my dreams or what He told me about and what I needed to talk about today. Well, I'm going to end it here. That you continue to keep moving forward. You have a blessed Sunday. Speak and stand on your truth when you need to stand on it, and speak your truth when you need to. Until next time, peace, love, joy, and happiness. Much blessings to you.